Now, a lot of people feel very strongly about the issues we've raised this week. Among them, Shirley Houston, Coronation Street's first ever full-time disabled actress.
Izzy Armstrong.
Gary Windass.
Live round here.
Down the street.
What do you do?
Just joined up.
Army. Butch.
Yeah, that was a great opening line. Cheryl Lee campaigns on issues affecting people with disabilities. Thanks for joining us tonight. How surprised have you been by some of our reports this week?
Oh, they're just heartbreaking, but what's so tragic is that this is just a small number that's echoed right across the country. And like the family in the last video, they're looking for answers and nobody's willing to give them.
Can you believe how some of them are being treated?
I'd have said 6 years ago, no, yes, unfortunately, because you hear story after story of people being left in nappies for 12 hours a day, people being told that there's enough to sustain them in their own home, people taking their cars off people no longer being able to get out into the community or being with their family.
Can you understand, though, why people have to be assessed to see their fitness for work?
Not in the way that they're doing it, and not in the way that they're setting up to trip people up. And also, what is the point? My disability is never going to go away, but I will be assessed from now on for every year. People who have amputated limbs, their limbs will never grow back. People's sight will never come back, but they're being assessed continually. And the cost of that could be put back into those benefits to enable people to be part of society.
OK, now the government says the benefit reforms are increasing incentives for people to move into work. I'm aware you don't believe that's true.
No, I don't, because the section of money to help people go into work has been cut, and it's now a fifth of what it was. Access to work has been capped. People, they're just trying to, because they're not allowing disabled people to be who they are. We're being seen as cheats, or you're forever having to prove your illness, which then is so demoralising, and you take your life to fight that rather than actually being active in life.
OK, Shirley, but by the same token, the government would say we have to reduce the amount we're spending somehow. There isn't an endless pot of money. We have an awful lot of people to pay for who need help.
But the thing is, it doesn't make economic sense. The cuts they make don't make economic sense, therefore it costs more because of people's mental health, because of people becoming homeless. It costs more to reassess people all the time. It just, you know, then if you give people the benefits that they're entitled to, then they can look to support each other in the community. They can volunteer, they can work. But if you can't even afford to get your own, whether it's food or light, and you have no ability to work, what sort of life is that?
Well, we have heard people saying how degrading it can be, and we've been trying to get a response from the government. We really want to talk to somebody about this, as you can imagine, but no one's been available. If you could talk to someone from the government, what would you say to them tonight?
Just turn everything back, do everything that you've done, switch it back, because we fought and fought and fought to come out of care homes in the 80s, and now you're about to force 14,000 of us back in when we don't want to. You're stopping people live in. Our disabled children are never going to be able to live independently. You know, somebody who had life and hopes and dreams like you two have, no longer have, because they're fighting just to basically stay alive.
So you turn it back. Do you honestly believe that they will do that? Do you think they're going to listen?
Well, they've got to start listening to disabled people. They've got to start communicating and talking to disabled people and looking at the experiences people are having, because what they're doing is abuse, which was said by the UN. There's been 11 counts of systematic abuse discovered by the UN of disabled people, and the government haven't answered to any of them.
Cheryl Lee, thanks ever so much for joining us tonight. It's a subject that we're going to come back to, and I hope you'll come back and talk to us about it again one day.
Yes.
Thank you very much.